Here we are
we are
to
just
give
coming out.
Biafra testimony. I'm just telling you. Everywhere good. And the prayer is working.
It's gonna work.
I'm telling you.
It's gonna
And the
work.
Mazi give a message that you people should be strong and fight the right battle, the right cause. Stand for Biafra. And the Chuko Kikabiama will take us home.
Amen.
It is a very great. Today is a joy.
It is.
It's a joy.
No, go to
It's
Pastor
a
Rose.
joy.
No, go to Pastor Rose. You know what? That is onye. So onye Pastor Rose. Okay, there.
I'm so happy.
Oh, so happy.
Let me tell you, it is God doing.
It is.
And we must to be.
Good. Yes, whatever you would like to call it, that is a breaking news from different sources have been reported that simonekpa has been freed by the Finland government, by the Finland court. Whether it has triggered jubilation or not, but the atmosphere, people are trying to find out actually what actually transpired, whether the news that is breaking all over the place, that simonekpa has been released after the Finland government has sat down, in the parliament and look at critically what transpired at the end of the day. It looks like they have severe relationship with Nigeria. We don't know what actually played out. We don't know whether the American government has intervened. We don't know whether international community intervened. But one thing is significant, that Dr. Masanga has taken it upon himself to make sure that simonekpa at the end of the day was able to get justice. As being reported, in the social media, currently now that simonekpa has been freed, and a certain amount running into millions of dollars or naira has been declared as compensation for that illegality that took place. In the course of that investigation also, we discovered that Finland government has a severe relationship, and we reported that somewhere along the line, the parliament stood against that criminality and arrest of simonekpa in Finland. Well, the pressure that is coming all over the world signifies that simonekpa never committed any offense, that he has rights to freedom, he has rights to communication, he has rights of association stated by the and with what is happening within the Nigerian political context currently now, where the United States of America has come out and declared, and we are keep on seeing this kind of a thing. And remember, before now, there was an appeal that was accepted by the Finnish government and the Finnish court, and the Ekpa's political party, big law players within that political party, has actually confronted Alexander Stubb, and of course, Sena, the ambassador, Finland ambassador to Nigeria, who played a major, significant role in trying to compromise the only freest nation in the world, and they went to an extent of committing that calamity against the self-acclaimed Prime Minister of Biafra. And but a lot of people who were trying to get information around and to be able to ascertain has clearly stated that before now, simonekpa actually filed an appeal to that judgment, and having stayed some time in custody, and when that judgment came, he appealed it, and it was acknowledged, and from there, everything seems to be working, underground to make sure that justice is actually obtained at the end of the day. So that's the news that's just that's breaking for now. I wonder how Abuja is going to contain themselves. I know they are actually going to receipt properly, and make sure that what is coming now might be extremely not something they actually bargained. The Finland government, in the real truth of it, actually betrayed whatever deal they entered in the simonekpa's arrest. That's what we'll be bringing to you on this platform as the developments keep on unveiling in that regard. Simonekpa has been a free man, yes, according to the law of Finland and according to international law that guides self-determination. Whatever you are going to see now, is a return to the days of resistance, the continuous resistance and struggle for the recognition of Biafra. Biafra was declared in Latin in Finland, a few years ago, or let me say about a year ago or thereabout, and from there, we see a lot of people struggling to continue with the struggle. And you can see recently that the federal government also came out, and tagged United States of America Senate, the congressmen, of being behind the planned disintegration of Nigeria. With Reno Mokri going there to actually mess up himself at the end of the day, where Ted Cruz come out and confronted and told Nigeria publicly, and directly to the federal government, and tell them there are consequences. There are consequences of what is happening in Nigeria, and why would the Nigerian government, look the other way? Why in the entire eastern region, Biafrans and Christians are being killed? That the world can no longer take that again. It looks as if the Nigeria does not understand what is actually coming. It tells you that United States of America have acknowledged Biafra as a nation. What we are just waiting for is just the public pronunciation and the final recognition of allied forces, and of course of America, and of course of Biafrans as a nation, of Biafra as a nation. At the end of the day, that's what we are waiting for. And before that is being done, we need to understand very clearly that the quest to designate Nigeria as a country of concern does not just come from the blues. It was a result of years of gathering of information, and documentation. And I can tell you that even now, when I say people don't seem to understand the direction I'm going, I keep on saying it, that everything that's happening in Nigeria is being documented, and at the right time, according to the biblical prophecy, it will be used as an evidence against this unification that never worked for over 65 years now. Well, that's the return of the man of many parts. Let me just put it that way. The Prime Minister himself, who has been a thorn in the flesh of the conquest that is going on in Nigeria now. From what we are hearing now, everything has been formalized, for his continuation and reappearance in the public space once again. And if this news has actually, get to where it's supposed to get to, I think everybody now will sit down properly now and know that, the time has come. And when I know the time has come, like Stephen Lawson, the Jewish leader, religious leader in the United States of America, made it very clearly recently that, the persecution of Biafrans, has a limited time, and the time for the liberation has come. When you see evangelicals from the United States of America, making statements like this, you know that it is coming from the seat of power, Donald Trump himself, and when you see this kind of statement coming, trying to engage the Nigerian authorities, and they cannot be able to prove, that Christians are not being killed in Nigeria, are pretending over the reality on ground, while they are in the other way, carrying out, military and the political, infiltration and conquest in the entire old Eastern Bloc. And whatever it is, it has been confirmed that one, Simonekpa is not a member of any terrorist organization in Nigeria, and has never for one day used arms and invade any place, any country. What Simonekpa was talking about was the defense of his own people against what is happening. When the Canadian court, it don't joke with these people at all. It looks as if they are not doing anything. It looks as if that their impact is not felt. But look at this little space where we don't have the likes of Masanga and Simonekpa, exacting authority over the reality on ground, and to checkmate excesses of these Fulani invaders. They are look at the new group again that came out, from the north. again, you understand? So what exactly are they looking for? The only problem they always have, the only thing they are always seeking for, is how to invade Igbo land, take over the gas in Imo State, take over the resources there, and massacre everybody. That is only the time they will be, satisfied that they have, actually conquered, and that the people they are targeting for over 100 years or thereabout now has been finally conquered. Whatever is on now in Finland, there's a widespread confirmation, jubilation, spreading. There's rumors spreading, that simonekpa has been secretly, been left off the hook, pending when other things will come up. But the question is that, how did this thing happen? And one man was actually fingered in that struggle of engaging the Finland government, and that is Dr. Masanga. A lot of people might not know him. He is the president of Pan-African Institute, and he has taken it upon himself, to engage the international community, United Nations agencies, AU, and other, civil society organizations, and to present the issue of simonekpa and to ascertain that what simonekpa was asking for is just self-determination, nothing else, nothing more. But unfortunately, we saw it happen. When I say that this thing has been happening for some time now, where we see, former leaders, whether they are late now or not, they were all charged with felony, they were all charged with treasonable, charges, and the rest of them. But at the end of the day, there was liberation, there was light at the end of the tunnel. This is a breaking news. simonekpa has been freed, and by the Finnish court, secretly. That's the message there, and it's moving closely and gradually, trying to do some documentation with the support of his lawyer, Kumerus, who has been, who are also had other international based human rights activists who are lawyers from different countries to back up and to fortify himself. Congratulations, to the PM of Prime Minister of Biafra government in Eza, simonekpa. And we keep you posted on the development, and we are here and the next step is going to take at the end of the day. We are expecting a public address and appearance in that nature. So keep watching, and God bless you, and congratulations to all.